This is my studio. I have a few synthesizers here. I have the Polyvox Casio SK1 sampler and the DX7 Mark II, the floppy disk. I have a reel-to-reel from Sony I use for some lo-fi stuff, some little task cams just for my little bedroom studio, and just a Behringer effects tank. It's kind of noisy little guy. And then also I use this Tascam, or sorry, Tapco mixer, and Acid Pro 9 and Novation Impulse 489. So I just wanted to show you something kind of neat. The DX7 is obviously a legendary synthesizer and suited for doing really beautiful pads and leads, but it doesn't have an arpeggiator at all. So everything is done through this little green screen, and a lot of people are not too impressed with its programming interface, but it's not as bad as people make it out to be. So what I've done today is I've assigned continuous slider 1 and 2 to the operator frequencies, course 2 and operator frequency, I think it was course something 4. I'd have to dig into the manual, but or into the menu. But what you can do is with the Novation, you can just run your MIDI out. This is the USB going into the computer from this thing, and then MIDI out, I've run it to MIDI in on the DX7, and that's it. I don't have anything else here. MIDI out, MIDI in. And what that lets me do is hijack the brain of the DX7 with this controller. So I can see it says DX720. I just programmed this. So I picked those I picked these two controls for a reason. So if I go into edit mode and I go to continuous slider over here, hope this video isn't making you seasick, then it should say continuous slider. Okay, so this one I've selected to operator 1 frequency course, and this is operator 2 frequency course. And operators, of course, are in here. Where are you guys? It's hard to do with the phone in your hand. So we're gonna go right here. Okay. Oh, I gotta be in another page. There we go. Okay, so there's the operators, and you can play around with the parameters of these operators. And what I was looking for was a way to make it sound like there was a filter cutoff. These don't have filters, not like the Polyvox, which is obviously got the filter. This is additive synthesis, so it's nice to be able to fake the sound of a cutoff. In this case, on the Polyvox, this is the cutoff here, or I have a pedal down there that I use for the cutoff for that. So to demonstrate this, that would be or this one, or together. Very cool. Very, very cool sound. I like it a lot. So you can apply that sound to any, or that effect to any of these presets that you might want once you found that. So then what I did is I made a template in the Novation called DX7. So I'm trying to control DX7 with this machine. And excuse me. And what that does is I've assigned these two knobs that they don't have any, they're infinite knobs, which is kind of odd. It takes some getting used to. A lot of people complain about these, but I don't know. It's fine. I've assigned the continuous slider 1 to this and continuous slider 2 to that. So then I can arpeggiate the DX7 with this, and this is where the fun starts. Kind of like and so on. Some really beautiful sounds out of that. So while I'm holding the phone with one hand, I'll just push a button and that's playing with those operators on the DX7 then. So this is all DX7 sounds. Now this thing is just like a controller. It doesn't have any sounds. Obviously you can use it to control VSTs on your DAW, or you can use it to control external hardware. It's got 20 templates, so it's pretty generous. And I didn't really get the point of this thing when I bought it. I got it at a pawn shop for $100, and I'm like, holy smoke, this is actually a really amazing machine. So they're really nice key bed on it, and lots of programmable controls. The drum pads are really awesome. I'd recommend one if you can find it for a discount price. Pretty good. I had to repair mine. Somebody was in there and they switched these controls around and did a bunch of stupid stuff, but I fixed it all. Very 80s sound there. I just love it. Yeah. So that's the DX7 arpeggiated. So there you go. I'm running the DX7 through this effects tank too, just because it dirties the sound up, and the DX7s are like notoriously clear. I don't know, like very, very, very clear sounding synths. Like this is what it sounds like. It's just really beautiful sound. And then the electric piano on Electric Grand. It's beautiful sounding. But like I say, it's a lot of fun to just run it through a little tank like that, and you can get some cool sounding stuff off of it. It's got like flanger, and of course we can continue to mess with those. Some of the other sounds in the DX7 are like this harp. Very cool. What does it sound like arpeggiated? Pretty zowie. Turn that down just a little bit. So a flanger. Things have a neat feature where you can transpose from here, so it'll transpose that guy over there. Pretty fun. And what else do we got? Okay, Corral it's called. Let's try that out. Oh, it's more of a pad. That's not going to arpeggiate very well. Hold on, let's try this one. Energistic. See what she does. Let's try with a phaser. Obviously you can turn down or mess with the arpeggiation. I just can't reach shift and arpeggiate with the same hand. I wish they had put these two buttons a little closer together, but whatever. Anyway, that's how I do that. Like I say, it's just the out to the in, and yeah, it's like that simple. I didn't really realize at first that I could do this, and I was like, man, I wish there was a way to arpeggiate this DX7, and I actually just had to change my cables around and blammo. So there's the benefit of reading and yeah, studying a little bit. There's Klaus van der Leck watching over me with his modular synthesizer. Oh, look at him. Sexy guy. Okay, this is the Polyvox of lore. Evil sounding Polyvox. Trixie, do you like that Polyvox? Oh yeah. There's Dave over there in his bed. Very, very, very dark sounding synthesizer. Oh yeah! keys creaking like a polyvox. Anyway, that's how that thing works. Some portamento. Good old polyvox, yeah. That's the difference between those two machines, eh? It's just such a radically different sounding machine. So it's kind of nice to chop that DX7 up on the Impulse. Lots of potential there. Some good EDM. Anyway, that's how I did it. Any questions, just ask and I'll try to get to you and figure it out together. And I'm obviously just a total punter at this. I have fun and don't stress out about a lot of stuff. I just get in here and try to calm down and play. I'm in North America, so I use this 220 box here to run the polyvox with. It has to be 220, and my recommendation is spend a lot of money making sure that this thing isn't going to burn down your house. I had a little one, a little plastic white one. I think it was called Sun something, I don't remember, but it got like hot just running a calculator. It was scary. Anyway, hope you guys have fun with your music setups, and we'll see you later. Bye.